rain in the area, but we've been given the go-ahead to get this one started. Today, we've got a contest out of the National League East between the Atlanta Braves and the Washington Nationals. Major League Baseball on MLB Network is next.
2021 Washington Nationals.
Joe Ross, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Joe Ross. A lot of people know Joe Ross because of his brother, Tyson Ross, who also is a pitcher. Joe Ross quality mix, 95 to 96 miles an hour. Good hard slider and a straight changeup. If he brings the goods, it could be a long night for the opposing team.
So up steps Ozzie Albies. He will lead this one off today. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. And it's belted high and deep into right center. But it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. The relay, but he'll be in there with a double.
Well, a lot of managers like their leadoff man to take a few pitches to start the game off, give the other guys in the lineup a chance to see what the pitcher has to offer. But if he got that instruction, he ignored it. He rips the first pitch of the game off the wall for an easy double.
And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. He'll roll over it and send it to shortstop. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, one away. And now here's the starting nine for the visiting Atlanta Braves. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, Mehdi, they got to love the production they're getting out of the leadoff spot right now. He's such a great talent, the kind of talent that can dominate a game, a perennial all-star, and win some awards. He's one of the best in the game today, and he's always fun to watch.
Now a man at third with one away, and in to bat next, one of the best run producers in the game, the left-handed hitting first baseman Freddie Freeman. Good off-speed pitch had him out in front for strike one. Fellas, the Nationals, as they take the field here today, they come in just trying to get their feet wet here in this new campaign as they've split their first 4 ball games.
Yeah, Matty V, we're looking at a team right now. They're just playing some average baseball through 4 games of this homestand. They split it 2-2, D-Row, and I think they expect a little bit more.
Yeah, and you don't want to be...
And that is going to be a base hit that chases home our first run as the Braves take a 1-0 lead.
What a nice piece of hitting right there. Didn't try and do too much, stayed on the attack, kept his hands inside the ball, and took what the pitcher gave him.
Acuna digs in now. He extends nicely, and this ball's driven to right field and deep. Gone! So a 2-run homer down the line in right field. First home run of the campaign for him as the Braves have opened up a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, everyone in the stadium, including the guy in the mound, knew it was just a matter of time until this guy cranked one out of here. Well, that's the first one of the year, and many more are sure to follow.
And that'll bring in Marcell Ozuna. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. In time to first, and there are 2 away. So the next to bat will be Travis d'Arnaud, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch.
The offensive game plan today is certainly to see the ball up. This guy is known on the mound for sinker changeup combination. He's going to try and establish down in the zone to get swing and a miss or ground balls consistent.
And we'll just leave it there as they make the play to end the inning. But they strike for 3 in the inning, 2 on this 2-run home run. On to the bottom of the first. It's now 3-0 Atlanta. Drew Smiley out of the state of Arkansas is on the hill here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
We're looking at a pretty good pitcher right here. ERA under 3.5 last season, and there are a lot of teams in baseball that would love to have this guy in the rotation. Very solid and very dependable.
Victor Robles digging in now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The center fielder,
Here it comes.
Victor Robles.
Guys, one of D-Row's former employers, the Braves, as they begin play here this afternoon. They come in looking to turn things around as they've dropped 2 straight.
Yeah, guys, after the first 4 games on this road trip, they find themselves 2-2, kind of par for the course. But they got to find a way to play a little bit better today, kind of turn the tide and get it working in a positive direction.
And that's out number 1.
Batting second, the second baseman.
And a look now at the hometown Nationals starting lineup. Danny, any thoughts?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Jay Hay, Josh Harrison do his thing. He's hitting over 400. Now, hold on. I know it's just April, but that's really impressive. And if you're hitting 400 in the backyard playing wiffle ball, you're still doing something pretty good. It's been a great start, and I'm interested to see if he can feed off of it the rest of the way.
And the pitch. And he fouls this one off. Smiley is known to have exceptional stuff. His strikeout numbers are eye-popping, but at times he does get himself in hot water with the base on balls.
Matty V, the stuff has never been a question with this guy. It's been about containing the stuff and having command of the strike zone. He has really good strikeout pitches. The problem is he'll get ball 1, he'll get ball 2, and he sometimes isn't really in attack mode, and that leads him to walking a lot of batters.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch, and for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
Juan Soto to the plate now. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Smiley's ready. Here's the 0-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Acuna's there for it. And he makes the catch to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They trail it here 3-0. Well, there is some weather in the area here in D.C. as we begin the second, and for more on that, here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, light rain is in the forecast throughout most, if not all, of the game, but I've been told it's not expected to cause any delays. The grounds crew will just need to make an effort to keep the field as dry as possible between innings, especially the heavy traffic areas like the pitching mound and around the bases.
Yeah, Heidi, thanks. And beyond keeping the surface playable, I'm sure you guys would agree, it's avoiding the stops and starts that becomes important in games like this one.
Yeah, 100%, Matty. The biggest thing is if you're going to be out there, you want to grind with the boys. You don't want your starting pitcher having to be sat down. You don't want to have to go inside for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then get refocused and restarted up again. Matty, you're so focused out there, you just want to compete and see the game all the way through.
They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of 2 ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound and they are just going to ambush tactics and it seems to work for them, or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
The batter will be Christian Pache, as he will swing at the first pitch and line this one into left center, and that's going to get down for extra bases. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
This guy just feasts on mistakes up in the zone, and that's exactly what he gets right here. A belt-high pitch, he drives into the alley. Great chance now with 2 runners in scoring position.
In now, Drew Smiley. Hit back up the middle. Turner fields it cleanly. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile, the runner is in to score.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. Brings home the run with a ground ball, but also moves the other guy over to third base. Good job of keeping it simple there.
And now in the box, Ozzie Albies. The potential second run of the inning stands at third. First pitch of the AB on its way. On the ground softly towards second. Fielded cleanly. And indeed, he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in to score.
And here with the infield back, they were giving him the run on a ground ball, so he just takes advantage of that and drives the run home. Good approach.
Dansby Swanson lining up to hit. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Grounded back up the middle. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what undoubtedly will be scored as an infield single. Well, Dan, do you agree with the timing of the visit from the pitching coach?
You know, that's sort of a tough one since it's only the second inning, but I think it's about knowing your pitcher and how they respond. He's had some struggles here, so I think he's just reminding him to let those go and focus on the next batter.
So next up will be Freddie Freeman. He swings and sends it in the air out to left center. Center fielder on the run. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Braves lead this one 5-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and in to bat is Trey Turner.
They've gotten a gut punch to start this game. There's no doubt about this, but that's when you have to turn the scoreboards off. Everybody do their job 1 at bat at a time.
He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down.
Batting fifth, the first baseman.
And now Ryan Zimmerman. Now here's the first offering. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Time to check our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Freddie Ferguson.
Hey, D-Row, you better be ready to swing, particularly at that low pitch. Freddie Ferguson, low ball umpire.
Yeah, it makes it tough on the offense. I was a guy who liked the low ball, but that usually means those guys are susceptible to that slider in the dirt. You have to see the ball up, and this guy doesn't give you a chance.
Down the line and fair. That's a hit. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily.
That is what every manager is looking for out of the middle of his lineup. When you get your 3, 4, and 5 hitters producing this early in the season, it can be contagious, and everyone in the lineup starts to contribute.
Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Previous battles with Drew Smyly, comes in with 6 hits in 16 tries. He's also hit a couple of home runs against him. A high fastball is in there.
Yeah, I get it. They want to run this guy's pitch count up, but that was a pretty good pitch to hit. He might be kicking himself that he didn't swing at that one.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. He's set. Now the pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Ozuna is under it. He's got it 1 away. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base.
Batting seventh.
Time for a look at the Braves on D. And let's focus our attention on catcher Travis d'Arnaud. He's going to have to step up today and have a big game for these guys. Not known necessarily for his defensive acumen, more of a big pop guy on the offensive side. He has got to control this game.
Josh Harrison stands in. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. Has a look, now the pitch. Fly ball out toward left center field. Acuna's there for it. And he makes the catch for the second out.
Batting eighth, the right fielder, Rhett Wiseman.
So stepping in is Rhett Wiseman, runner in scoring position with two gone. And now the first pitch. Gets ahead of him here as he got him to swing over the top of this one.
Like that pitch there, lefty on lefty matchup, curveball away to a lefty, smart pitch.
Zimmerman stands at second with two gone. And that's into the corner, a foul ball in right.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus on making a good pitch right here.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
He has to be greedy, working the outside of this strike zone. He cannot allow this guy to get back in this count, especially with the pitcher on deck.
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Smiley comes set. Here's the 1-2. Waved at and missed for the third out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for the Nationals. We'll go now to the top of the third. The Braves lead it 5-1. New inning set to get underway, and that brings forward Ronald Acuna Jr. Here's the first pitch. Smoked on the ground up the middle. That's through for a base hit. He's now 2 for 2 in this one. So it's an inning opening base hit, and the Braves have a man on.
And they start the third inning the way they finished off the first two, doing damage. As we take a look at his numbers, you can see they've had his numbers since the first pitch. If he doesn't buckle down soon, he might have a short outing here.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Giving chase is Robles. And he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Now batting, catcher, Travis d'Arnaud.
Now at the plate here is Travis d'Arnaud. He popped out in his first trip.
Yeah, pretty impressive if you ask me. So many times you beat a sinker into the ground, you end up grounding out to third. You're running down to first base, and you're so upset at yourself. At least he got under the thing. He knows his bat playing is pretty decent.
And that gets through for a one-out base hit. And that runner will hold up at second with 2 aboard now.
Now batting.
I mean, there's no secret right now. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everybody wants up at the plate right now. They're feeling frisky. They're all pulling the trigger early, and it's working.
Stepping in now, Austin Riley. And on the first pitch, he hits it in the air to right. Wiseman is there, 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Christian Pache.
Digging in next, Christian Pache. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. And now the first pitch. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1.
Guess who tipped their hand? They were sitting all over a piece of cheese. He flew open on the front side.
And he's got to be more disciplined here. It's 0-2.
Yeah, Matty, I'm going to need a better approach out of the 8-hole hitter. He's hitting in the bottom of the order for a reason. He's got to be willing to work the count, grind it, get this pitch count up, and get on for the boys in front of him.
The 0-2 delivery. Popped up. Zimmerman shading to his right, and he's got it for the final out of the frame. Two left for Atlanta. They're up 5-1. Bottom of the third now, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Joe Ross.
Nationals, the pitcher, Joe
First pitch of the AB now.
Ross.
That just misses off the inside for ball one. Up top, it's 2-0.
In this situation right here, I'm protecting my pitcher from himself. I know he wants to swing the bat and let the boys know in the clubhouse that he can do his job, but I'm probably putting a take sign on right here.
The count now at 2-1. Into the windup and the pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. And he will whip this one over to first in time for the out.
Center fielder, number 16, Victor Robles.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Victor Robles. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. In there, a base hit.
Well, that's what's so disappointing as a pitcher, D-Row. You make a really good pitch, and yet this guy's so big and so strong, he's able to muscle it into right field for a base hit.
Yeah, you hand your batting gloves to the first base coach right there, and you thank your lucky stars. That's a nice AB.
So here's Starlin Castro, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. The 0-1.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
And that'll get down for a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the one-out single.
The left fielder, number 22, Juan Soto.
Here now is Juan Soto, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike one. And they're runners at the corners now. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Left side, but well foul. That misses 1-2.
Wanted to get the front door curveball on the inside corner there, but it backed up a little and stayed off the corner.
The 1-2. And he jumps on this one. It's high and deep to center. Looking up Acuna. A leap, but he can't bring it back into the park. It's a home run. So a 3-run blast to deep center here. 4th home run here in the early going. As they pull within 1 here, it's now a 5-4 game.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
Here now is Trey Turner.
The batter, number 7, shortstop.
Line hard, deep into left. Ozuna is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
Well, we've mentioned the conditions aren't ideal with the rain coming down, and that can make every play a little bit of an adventure. You really have to concentrate, and he did there to haul it down.
Ready now is Ryan Zimmerman. An RBI double is what he was credited with his first time around.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. But the big blow of the inning comes right here, a 3-run home run. We played 3 full. It's the Braves 5 and the Nationals 4. All set for the start of the inning, and next will be the pitcher, Drew Smyly.
The pitcher, number 18, Drew.
And now the first pitch. Line drive to center field. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit. Well, that's his first major league hit. There might not be too many more to come considering he's a pitcher, but I'm sure that's still a pretty exciting moment for him.
Hey, listen, hits are hard to come by, Matt. I only had one in my entire 18-year career. 1 for 15, but hey, I still remember that one hit.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. A dive, and he knocks it down. On the recovery throw is in time to get the out at first. What a heads-up play.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
So a runner on second with 1 down now. And that brings up the former number 1 overall pick, Dansby Swanson. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
Sometimes it's all about the stuff you have on a particular day. You take a look inside the numbers. 100% of his first pitches to batters have been for strikes, but the quality hasn't been there. He's going to have to make some changes to turn this one around.
0-2 count, and the pitch. Fly ball to straightaway left. Left fielder is on the move. He gets there, and that's the second out.
The first baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
2 out, runner in scoring position at second, and that brings in Freddie Freeman. First pitch on the way. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. And they throw up the stop sign at third as they decide to play it safe with 2 away. Dan, it seems like they've had his number all game long.
Well, they've been treating him like a punching bag out there. As we take a look at the line, you can see that he's given up double-digit hits, and things don't look like they're going to get any better. He might not last much longer.
And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. Fielded cleanly by Zimmerman. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play. From third. 2-1. Wow. That'll bring up the eye of Marcell Ozuna. Freeman at second. Acuna on at first with 2 down. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll hit off the wall in left center. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away.
Boy, D-Roll, that looked like extra bases right off the bat. This thing caroms off the wall. Outfielder does a great job of getting it in quickly and probably does a good job holding him to a single.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not standing on second base there, but you run the replay back. He was busting it out of the box. It's just a nice job by the defense to hold him to a single.
Hit hard on the ground to second, and that is through into center field. A base hit. 1 run is scored. And the second runner will pull up stakes over at third, so 1 run is in, and the bases stay loaded with 2 away.
You know what I like right there, Dan, is the batter's approach. Not trying to do too much, just taking it right back up to shoot again, staying within himself, and just knowing that anything to the outfield gets him an RBI.
Now, that's a good piece of hitting. That's a great point, D-Roy. I think a lot of times hitters go up there trying to do a little bit too much. Sometimes you just have to go ahead and hit the ball where it's pitched, and a good job and a run batted in.
Austin Voth answers the call from the pen here in the fourth as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. To the plate now, Austin Riley, as he'll ground this one fouled off to the left side. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. 7 runs on 12 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. High and deep down the left field line, and this will wind up a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. High in the air and deep to straightaway left. A ball that's tarrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. So they wind up with 2 in the inning, but it could have been a lot worse as they leave the bases loaded. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. The Braves on top, 7-4. Bottom of the inning now, and now it'll be the catcher, Yan Gomes.
The catcher, Yan Gomes.
First pitch coming, here it is.
At the ball.
Pitcher wants to have a quick inning right here, capitalize on the momentum his batters have.
That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1.
Well, it's been a rough one so far. 4 runs through 3 innings. It's about time to get that pitch count down, or he won't be out here very long.
Smoked on the ground left side, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Hey, another leadoff knock right there. This game has been full of offense, full of traffic on the base pass. Let's see who's going to get that big double in the gap to clear him.
And that'll bring up Josh Harrison as he'll lift it up in the air. This is back behind second. Albies backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out.
The batter, the right fielder, Rhett Wiseman.
Now it'll be Rhett Wiseman. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch on the way. For a ball, 1-0. Leads off first with 1. And he'll try to check his swing here, but he'll have no such luck. It's strike 1. The 1-1. Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
So you'd love for him to offer at that one, but the execution was flawless. Nice curveball that starts in the zone and breaks just out. Just a great take by the batter.
3-2 pitch. Fly ball right down the line in left. On the move is Ozuna, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
The pitcher, number 50, Austin Voth.
Now into the box, Austin Voth. First pitch of the AB now. A ball and no strikes.
He's not having his best outing in this one, and I think that curveball is part of the reason why. He couldn't get on top of that one, and that's not the first time that's happened.
4 runs, 6 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. Swung on, but it's pulled foul wide of third. Lifted in the air to shallow center field. Acuna is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. Nationals leave 1. They're on the short end of a 7-4 score. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the Braves' offense with their manager Brian Snitker during the commercial break, and he was very pleased with how little they're swinging and missing right now. They've obviously got a double-digit total in the hits column, but perhaps just as impressive is that they've not struck out a single time today. That's about as rare as it gets in today's sport, so they have a lot to feel good about right now, Matt.
All right, thanks, Heidi. All ready to go in the top of the 5th, and up next will be Christian Pache. Now here's the first offering. Grounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Pitch on the way. Hard hit ball to second, but this will be taken in at second base. Good positioning for the first out. And there are the final numbers for the Washington starter. Not what he had in mind before the day started.
Well, you could see right from the get-go that he didn't bring his A game. Had a very difficult time getting through the lineup, and as a matter of fact, wasn't able to even get out of the 4th inning. So the bullpen's going to have to do a really big job of finishing out the rest of this game.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Drew Smyly is in for the 3rd time as he swings and misses at that one. It's 0-1.
Hey, no shame in that. Your eyes light up when that heater comes above the belt. That's so tough to lay off of.
Fly ball out to straightaway right. Wiseman is there, 2 down.
The batter, number 1, second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
So 2 out, nobody on, and that'll bring up Ozzie Albies. First pitch of the AB on its way. And he gives this a pretty good ride that time, but that's going to be up amongst the crowd. A foul ball. 0-1, here it comes. Bounce to the right into the loaded up infield. Over to first, and that retires the side. Down in order go the Braves. They hold a 7-4 lead. So it's back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up the outfielder Victor Robles.
The center fielder, Victor.
First delivery to him. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Acuna is right there, and it's a very quick out, number 1.
Now batting, second baseman, Starlin Castro.
Here's Starlin Castro. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Now here's the first offering. Right through it here, and he's behind 0-1.
He hasn't thrown that pitch much all game. I got to believe as an offense, you just got to throw that pitch away and move on to the next one.
Behind 0-2 now. Fouled away. The next 0-2. pulls this one in the air out to left. Ozuna is under it. 2 gone.
The left fielder, number 22, Juan Soto.
So the bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the dynamic bat of Juan Soto.
Yeah, not fooled by that breaking ball in his last AB at all. He jumped all over it. It's such a good feeling as a hitter when you know you're picking up the secondary stuff right out of the pitcher's hands. After watching that one go by and a ball being called, you could rest assured he knows he's not getting away with another one of those. I guarantee you he's going to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Now the 1-0 is taken, strike 1.
Hey, he's done an amazing job of settling down. 2 innings ago, I thought they were going to run him out of here. But now he's close to posting 2 shutout innings as a response.
2 out, nobody on. And right into the shift. Freeman's got it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Nationals gone in order. They're on the short end of a 7-4 score. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and coming forward now is the shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
Dansby Swanson.
First pitch on the way. Grounded to short. Turner gloves it. And close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1. All right, so let's turn to Show Track for a more in-depth look at that one. Good reaction, great range, and a nice backhanded stop, and the jump throw with a lot behind it all the way across the infield for the out. The numbers don't lie, and that was pretty spectacular. Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. As with 1 away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike 1. His career numbers against this pitcher, he's a .333 hitter, 5 for 15. 2 of those hits were for home runs. 0-1 pitch on its way. Ground ball right side. And the 6th inning is progressing quickly here. Now 2 away.
The center fielder, number 13, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Ronald Acuna will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. And it's gone as they add still another. So it's a solo shot to dead center, his 2nd home run of the game, and they double him up. It's 8-4.
Second home run of the game right there. He is locked in at the plate. You hear so many of today's players talk about rhythm and timing. Well, he is perfectly on time in the heart of the zone.
Into the box, Marcell Ozuna. Yes, he'll pick on the first pitch and line one back up the middle, and that's a base hit.
Loud noises right here, fellas. Hey, he's going to have to mix it up a little bit more because they are on his stuff.
Next, here is Travis d'Arnaud. Lifetime against this particular arm. He's 1 for 3. He's set, and the pitch. And that's by him. It's 0-1. Pitch is way outside, and that's straight to the backstop. In the air to right center. Robles waits on it. And that's the third out. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. On to the bottom of the sixth. It's the Braves 8 and the Nationals 4. Striding in now for the Nats, Trey Turner. He'll have the opportunity to kick things off as we begin the home sixth. And now the first pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. Right fielder is on the run, and no one will track it down.
This is why the manager pencils these guys in the middle of the order. Big spot, time for them to get back in this game with a couple quality ABs.
Off the plate and in, it's a ball and a strike. And that fastball's too much for him there, 1-2.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in and then get right back outside. Nice pitch.
The 1-2. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. Another 1-2 delivery. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
This is why it's so hard to be successful as a hitter when you fall behind an account 1-2. You're probably expecting some sort of off-speed pitches, but when the pitcher offers up a good hard fastball, it's pretty hard to adjust and catch up to it.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now. As he'll take a look at ball one. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. The 1-0 delivery. Hard hit ball to second. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done.
It's really important to be a second baseman and have some athletic ability. And how about this right here? He goes up high to snag this line drive that was definitely headed to the outfield for a base hit.
Into the box now, Yan Gomes. As he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball one. He's new in this one. Good cut fastball in there, 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fouled off. Here comes the 1-2. Is swung on and missed. He got him. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They're unable to make a dent in an 8-4 deficit. Seventh inning ready to roll.
Leading off for Atlanta, the third baseman, Austin Riley.
First pitch on its way. The 0-1 delivery. And this is lined hard to deep left. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
Standing in now, Christian Pache. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Set to deliver the 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike two.
Hey, if he's going to get swings and misses at balls up and out of the zone, he's going to continue to go there.
Bases are empty, one man out. A swing and a miss for out number two, and a ball he had no chance of making contact with. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, man. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. And right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
In now, Drew Smiley, and he puts it on the ground to second. Throw cleanly into first, and that ends the inning. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They still lead it by a count of 8-4. Last half of the 7th here, and the ever-versatile Josh Harrison digs in.
Josh Harrison.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch.
Probably a design take right there. They need base runners, so they're going to make him try to bring the ball.
The Braves manager out as he'll take that slow walk toward the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change starter this afternoon. Of 6 innings here, not his greatest work, but he is in line for the W. Luke Jackson is out from the bullpen now as he'll be making his first appearance of this young season. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Strike two, swinging just out in front of the slider.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. Ton of rotation on that ball. You could almost see the red dot from up here. Nasty depth.
Acuna's there for it. One down.
The right fielder, number 9, Rhett Wiseman.
Striding in is Rhett Wiseman, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. Here it comes. Too low, 1-0.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
Down the left field line and deep. And this will wind up a foul ball.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch, wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
2 balls and a strike.
Boy, that's one of the toughest pitches to lay off. A hard breaking ball at the back foot. Tough take on a terrific pitch.
And a slider's in for a strike. It's 2-2.
2-2.
Here's one that misses inside, and the counts run full now. 3-2. A curveball hit right back at him. And he'll just flip this on to first for the second out of the inning.
The pitcher, number 50,
Luis Garcia will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. And now the first pitch. There's a breaking ball that couldn't quite catch the inside. The 1-0 delivery. Now a swing and a miss, and I don't think he was expecting a pitch inside. It's 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. Might have jammed him a little there as this is softly hit and foul off to the left.
Yeah, Matty, you see the same pitch 3 times in a row and you find yourself down 1 and 2 in the count. Your head starts to get on a swivel here. Is he coming back with it 4 times, or do I have to sit on something else?
And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Starting to run out of innings here as they are unable to cut into the deficit. 8th inning coming up. Braves lead this one 8-4. Wander Suero will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his 3rd game this season. So now to the plate, Ozzie Albies. He bounced out last time up.
The second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
First pitch of the AB on its way. Back up the middle. Turner has it. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Well, this has been a bullpen game for some time now, but let's go back and review the performances of the 2 starters, neither of whom turned in an outing to remember. One away for the Braves here in inning number 8. And that brings up the former number 1 overall pick, Dansby Swanson. Here's the first pitch to him. High and deep to right center. Long run for the right fielder. He gets there, and that's the 2nd out.
The first baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
Stepping in next, Freddie Freeman. His prior history in this matchup, he's just 1 for 6. First pitch of the AB now. A bouncer up the middle. Turner fields it cleanly. Throw not in time, and he's in there with his 3rd hit of the afternoon.
Tough play right there, but slight trouble getting rid of it made all the difference. He's going to tell you after this ball game he should have made that play.
Ronald Acuna coming to the plate again as we look back at his 2 home runs in the game so far. The most recent back in the 6th inning. First delivery to him. Lifted in the air to right field. Wiseman able to track it down for the 3rd out. Braves retired on just 4 pitches. They still lead it by a count of 8-4. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and that'll bring up the outfielder Victor Robles.
The center fielder, Victor Robles.
Here's the pitch.
1-0.
The 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Lined hard toward right center. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he will coast into second with a leadoff double.
When you heard the crack of the bat, you just knew that was going to get down for an extra base hit. Great way to start an inning, that's for sure.
Castro.
Stepping in now, Starlin Castro. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. 0-1 pitch on its way. Oh, he had him fooled there. No balls and 2 strikes. Robles. Nobody out. And he wasn't going to hit that one with the strikeout, and there's 1 gone.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
To the plate now, Juan Soto. As he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike one. Another RBI spot for him. He's already got 3 in the game. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes.
Right guy, right spot. This is one of the better hitters in their lineup. Just the guy they want to see coming up now to get this inning going.
The 1-1 is strike 2 swinging.
You chase a pitch that bad outside the zone, you got to find a way to regroup, adjust the batting gloves. Only look over the heart of those 17 inches.
1 out and a runner on second base. Swing and a miss. Major bullet that time. 2 away.
Now, after back-to-back strikeouts, he's got a real good chance of making that leadoff double pretty much meaningless. He's made some good pitches, and these hitters have really failed driving him in or at least getting him over.
The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Tried to get some loft to that swing, but it's 1-1.
That was a great hack right there. Timing was on point. Just sometimes you have bad bat barrel accuracy.
Swung on and hit in the air out toward left. And Ozuna will make the catch to retire the side. 1 left for Washington. They're unable to make a dent in an 8-4 deficit. Stepping in once again is Marcell Ozuna. His prior history versus this arm, he's 1 for 4. First pitch of the AB now. This one's down to third. Harrison has it. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
The batter, the catcher, Travis Darno.
Now at the plate is Travis d'Arnaud. He's got 2 hits in 4 at-bats. First pitch on its way. One out, nobody on. And he falls behind 0-2. Skied into straightaway right. Wiseman is there, 2 down.
Up next for Atlanta, the third baseman, Austin Riley.
Next to hit is Austin Riley. He's got 1 hit in 4 at-bats. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hard hit ball to short. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Braves. They still lead it by a count of 8-4. So here is Ryan Zimmerman. He'll lead things off against the same reliever that finished off the last inning.
Well, you don't see in this day too many relievers going multiple innings, but guys have to earn that trust from their managers. We'll see how he handles it here.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
He's going to have to set his sights a little lower right there. That pitch was able to get by him. His swing was just a little under that one.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Swing and a liner. But this is gloved over there at first as he was in the right spot at the right time. 1 away.
Now batting, catcher, Yan Gomes.
Next up is Yan Gomes. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Clearly off with his timing on that one. A swinging strike. Bases are empty. One man out. A ball and a strike.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
The 1-1. Swing and a ball lined hard towards short, but unfortunately right at the shortstop for the second out.
Number 5.
So next to bat will be Josh Harrison, and he needs to make. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. First delivery to him. Popped him up. Darno is there. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Wow, a 9-out save? That's 3 full innings. You don't see that very often these days. It's awfully nice to have a guy in the back end of your bullpen that can pitch that kind of work.
8-4 the final this afternoon. The Atlanta Braves posted a 3-run first to propel them to the win. Drew Smyly earns his first win of the season. Joe Ross struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. Luke Jackson takes the rare 3-inning save, his first of the year. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian. We all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon for the victorious Atlanta Braves. 8 runs on 15 hits. No errors. They left 8 men on base. For the Nationals, 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 3 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 22 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.